Dragic outside. From deep. He can't hit that time. And Miami.
And in the last meeting, they were the better defensive team. They were the disruptors, causing turnovers all over the place.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
Outside Bogdanovich. Inside. Here's Vanderbilt. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Here's Dragic. And they pick up 2.
Offense clicking early here, 3 for 4 to start this one.
The Heat have gone 2 of 3 to get this one going. And the wrist injury for Bojan Bogdanovich set him back a little in recent seasons. Remember, he had surgery in 2020 and slowly returning to form now.
And he makes them better. I mean, great skill level with size, a floor spacer who can also create his own shot off the bounce.
Curry against Sexton. Another 3.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
To the paint. Here's Sexton. The shot is good. Dragic making the play.
Yeah, but what happened?
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
Let me play a quick one, man, and then I'll be back with you on GTA.
Curry's got 6 points.
I promise, man. I promise. I got you.
Get him open looks early.
Outside Sexton. Outside Bogdanovich. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Curry, that's good.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The Jazz have got 5 of 7 shots to fall. Back to Sexton. Dragic outside. 6 on the shot clock. And he's going for the lob. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. It's Brown on the wing. Pass to George. There's the triple. And again, it's Curry with a 3. He's got 12.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And he banks in the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. And with Paul George, Graham, you know what he delivers. Very consistent in what he'll bring to each game.
I mean, the scoring is always going to be there. But his defense doesn't take a night off either. I mean, very nice and consistent production from him.
Oh, it's Gay with the jam.
Rudy Gay not messing around that time on the inside, getting up quickly and all the way to the rim.
Back to Lowry, pass to Vincent, and here's George, defended by Gay. Out to the right wing. And here's Kispert from the arc. Sinks the tray.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Utah's gone 1 for 2 from beyond the arc in this first quarter.
Oh.
2 open that time. They didn't look easy.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is
What happened to my girl? She's okay?
Able to get it to him.
Pass to Martin.
Oh, okay.
Here's Vincent. Here's George, defended by Gay. And here's Lowry. From deep. And Kispert gets a 3. Kispert's got his second bucket on the night.
Oh, it's just raining threes for them early.
Sexton goes in, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Sexton with the ball on a string. What a beautiful sequence.
Clippers.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on
Why
the road.
people sending me invites to GTA? I'm not even on GTA right now.
Sexton passes to Gay.
Well,
1:03 left in the first quarter here. Back to Sexton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Sexton's got 6.
Seeing the opportunity, Sexton seizes the spacing.
He takes it in. And that one is hammered home.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Defended by Brown. Marking it outside. Fires from deep. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Curry's shot is off. Utah's gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. To the inside. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Sexton. Markkanen's gotten his second bucket of the game. Here's Iverson. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Pass to Gay. And he makes it on the layup.
That's too easy. A player of Rudy Gay's scoring prowess, he's salivating on shots like that.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's the Heat. They lead by 2. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And with his slithery, slashing style of play, Goran Dragic knows all.
Try to get inside the frame.
And Grant Dragic has always been that triple threat. Shoot, drive, and pass.
Yeah, and I played with him for many years in Phoenix, B.A. I mean, he was just fantastic. You knew he had a chance to be special. He's always had that knack for getting downhill and getting his feet wet in the paint.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Heat.
Well, guys, they are dialed in from long range already. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there.
Something else you can't help but notice in tonight's game is just how strongly they've been taking the ball to the basket. They're not sitting back. They're not playing passive. They're going hard to the rim.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Jaylen Brown is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kevin Durant. Then there's Stephen Curry. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Looking at the modern game, Grant, what adjustments would you have to make in your game to thrive in the league today?
Well, I would have worked more on developing the three-point shot. Back in the 90s, it was more about the mid-range game, a la Michael Jordan. But these guys now, they live at the art, and that's just not how we did it back in the day when I was young.
You're a veteran player like Paul George. You understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Pass to Gay. Over George. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Heat with the lead.
yeah, what's up, babe?
Brown passes to Durant.
Yo, I'm up, man. I don't know why you keep saying I'm not up.
And here's Curry for 3. Yes, and it's George.
Oh, well, what did you say?
George has got his 4th assist in this one.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter,
Yeah, what did you say, though?
He still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
And Utah calls time here. And KD always in the debate over who's the top dog in this league.
What's interesting is he doesn't really want any part of that discussion. He said, one thing I told myself, don't worry about who people say is the best player. Blocking out distractions is key to achieving greatness.
Vanderbilt's checked in for Utah. Bogdanovich comes in for Beasley. Martin, he's checked in for Miami. Pass to Iverson for 3. And again, Miami with a triple.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Here's Dragic. Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team. Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Back to Dragic. And another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
I need stop.
Has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Well, we all know how confident Goran Dragic is when it comes to scoring inside. Nice shot selection there for him.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
I just love the ball movement.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Pass to Horton Tucker. And he lobs it up top. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
A wonderful look from Dragic, who nicely set up one of his guys for a great look.
Iverson. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And the Heat making a change here. Lowry's checked in. Dragic right side. Pass to Bogdanovic. Shot is good. Dragic making the play. Dragic has got 4 assists now tonight.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Shot is good by Curry.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Curry with a steal. And here we go, the Heat fast break. Here's Iverson into the lane. Now.
Defense shaking their heads, no idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got
So
him on the ropes.
Here's Vanderbilt. And that one makes him 2 for 2.
You singing.
That's the kind of passing right there.
So when you gonna sing me a song,
Not
baby?
just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
What do you mean? You know I don't sing. You know I don't sing no
Pass
song.
to Lowry. And here's Curry for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
He's dropping the 3-ball with incredible consistency. What a barrage here in the first half.
And Utah calls time here.
And Kyle Lowry had a ton of suitors in free agency. And many teams felt he could be the player to put them over the top. But ultimately, he chose the Heat because they had recently gone to the finals. And I'll tell you what, it seems like a great fit overall.
So both teams changing it up here. Sexton finds Markkanen. Guarded by Durant. And the layup is good. 5 points in the game.
I love you,
That's been
baby.
the story of their offense so far. Getting a number
I
of
know you
looks from
do.
point-blank range.
They grab their own miss.
I'm coming.
And here's Curry for 3. And a great assist by Brown.
No, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I got
Brown's
you.
got 3 assists tonight.
His efficiency
With
has
your
been a big
sexy
factor in
ass.
helping them capture this lead.
I don't know what you was doing with a broke nigga. You know what I'm saying, man? That nigga didn't have no job.
Miami Heat.
Like,
Monday, they're off to
man.
Oklahoma City to face off with the Thunder. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Bradley Beal and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And that game against the Wizards, even though they're going against the #1 team right now in the league, they feel they could win. There's a lot of confidence to
For
the
real?
squad.
Markkanen outside. Clock at 6. Here's Beasley. To the left side wing. Launches it. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Well, the find from
See, baby, I never asked you for money. I never asked you for shit.
Here's Iverson, and he dunks it down.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
The Jazz have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. To the middle.
Yeah.
Markkanen, and Markkanen with the stuff.
And then he had the nerves to be like, oh, yo, bro, Rico, you go out with my ex.
For a very young team.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having.
But you heard what he was saying, right, babe?
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And that one's good. Marketing.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere. I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire.
He's probably turning Amy against you.
Continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Utah's got 6 of 7 threes to fall. They're looking solid out there.
But guess what? He ain't gonna turn me against you because I'm your motherfucking man.
Off target from
Like, I
outside.
love you. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody gonna turn me against you.
Here's Iverson.
Like that dude, your other ex-boyfriend, he was saying some shit about you. I'm like, man, get the fuck, man. I was like, I understand what you're saying, nigga, but at the end of the day, that's my woman, though.
Nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive. You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there.
Oh, he wasn't even your ex. He was just somebody that was trying to get with you.
A sizable 18-point lead
Right,
at the end of the period. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
He did.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us. But you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Deal O'Neill. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They led by 2 after the first. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the
That nigga ain't shit. No, your exes ain't shit.
Especially on the offensive end. Good play calling, good execution, and by and large, they take good, not good, great shots.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, with the way they struggled to defend the three-point line, it started to look like warm-up drills. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now see.
Big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've got Jared Vanderbilt. Goran Dragic is out there with Colin Sexton. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Down low. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And here's Curry for 3. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Pass to Vanderbilt. The 3 is up. Hits the trifecta. Sexton's got 9.
Well, this is kind of fun. Sexton coming back and returning the favor.
Takes it inside. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play.
At the line for the Heat, Allen Iverson. At the line for 1.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Dragic outside. Here's Vanderbilt. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Coach is loving the ball movement. And Goran Dragic out of Miami. I mean, wow. Had a brief stop in Toronto as part of the Kyle Lowry sign and trade.
The other nigga that was trying to get with you, well, the one that I pressed. Oh yeah, Yeah.
But ultimately felt like his talents were better used elsewhere. And he found a home with this team.
Hold up, man. Hold up. About to tell him to stop texting my girl. Watch this.
Eager to prove he has something left in the tank.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Outside Sexton. Now Dragic. Shot clock at 5. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry.
Yeah.
Offensive rebound. From downtown. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
I know, man.
Just can't leave Goran Dragic open from the three-point line. He loves getting free from beyond the arc and letting it fly.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. Tucker, he's checked in for Sexton. So Miami going with an almost entire new group here. The Heat have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Durant finds Lowry. Here's Kispert. Let's go with a 3. That's good. And so Lowry with the assist.
3 points.
Lowry's got 5 assists tonight.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a
I
row.
don't know.
Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Grant, it seems like more and more game time is spent with officials huddled. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise.
A big group substitution here from Miami. All right, let's look back over the last 10 games now and see which teams were topping the charts in three-point shooting. Number 1, the Heat.
Incredible accuracy from deep.
Hey, man, you never done a blonde hair before? Like, you know, like, you never dyed your hair blonde?
Right now.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love
you
the
don't
finish.
like,
Bringing it
yeah.
down with some attitude. Here he goes. And that one is stuffed right through.
I mean, you would look cute with blonde hair, though.
He's actually shaking the whole building.
Like, you know, like,
What a slam.
black
Look here,
and
the
blonde.
fans going crazy right now.
But what about
awesome
red?
Display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam
No.
Cam. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
So, Brian, the NBA tests out different rules in the G League, including shooting 1 free throw for all the possible points to speed things up. How much did it hurt players' free throw percentages, not getting the multiple tries? Well, averages dropped a percentage point or 2. Is that a deal breaker or something to consider?
Yeah, those are good questions. We'll see, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Curry from deep three-point range. And again, Miami with a triple.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Dragic outside. Outside Bogdanovich. Dragic with it. Here's Horton Tucker. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Horton Tucker's gotten his first points in this one.
Now that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Utah calls timeout. And the Heat making a change here. Lowry's checked in. And a look at the stats for him.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Pass to Beasley. Now here's Gay. George defending. The teardrop. Paul George pulls down the board.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Curry gets the bucket.
Well, not only is he not missing, I think he's really enjoying himself out there. When he goes on a tear like this, he gets that big smile on his face, the mouthpiece at the side of his mouth, and his teammates feed him off the energy.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it.
And Paul George just had such a fantastic year on the wing. Maybe a career season for him last year.
The Jazz have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. Pass to Gay. George defending. And George with some nice D. And with George and his efficiency, Brett, it took a huge step up last season.
Man, I think, B.A., he was just locked in. After the disappointing finish and getting ousted in the playoffs the way they did the year before, I think he was just on a mission all season long to prove that he could get them back there and that he was going to be a big reason why.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
What a tremendous showing from three-point land all through this game, guys.
And also, they've been very committed to just this hard-charging, attacking style of offense. A lot of points tonight coming off of penetrating the gaps on defense.
Sexton's checked in for Bogdanovich. And here's Curry connects again from distance.
And this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now for most
Hell
threes
yeah.
in the game.
And the points keep piling up and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from downtown.
And Beasley
Hey man, you never
rise up and throw it down.
you never created yourself a YouTube channel, man.
And again for 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us
Okay.
tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for 2nd in most threes in a game. The 3 from Sexton. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line. And
You know, you still can watch my streams, even though
this quarter
like, you don't have to follow me on
When
YouTube.
you're out in front, don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Sexton passes to Markkanen. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
You got to tip your hat to him. He's doing all he can to keep them in the game. He still hasn't missed.
3-pointer. Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
He is now tied for the most threes in a game. An incredible shooting night for him on a night we'll never forget. And so it's the Miami Heat firmly in control with an impressive 28-point lead as the quarter ends. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. More 2K action in just a moment. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammates.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Heat. They've got Kispert. Wayne Dedmon is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Martin in at the 4-man position. And the Heat call time here And Brent, you played 4 years at Oregon State. The new college rules allowing players to benefit from their image and likeness. You think that's a positive move?
I think, BA, it's going to find its footing. It's going to smooth itself out. But the biggest concern in the first couple years is that young men and young women that are athletes don't take themselves to be bigger than the game that they're playing and the opportunity that's being presented to them by the university with the scholarships that they've been offered.
2 shots.
That one's no good. The Jazz shooting at around 66%. They're on fire. To the inside. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Seen that play develop ahead of time. Hits his man in stride.
From behind the arc. Rebounded by the Jazz. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds now.
He hasn't found the range lately. It's wild to think he had 3 triples there in the first half. It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. Driving to the basket, and good! There's another!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
Here's ABC, defended by Brown. Pass to Sexton. 5 on the clock. And the layup is good off the glass.
Sexton covered tight. Didn't matter. Scores.
Here's Iverson. Butler covering. And here's Curry for 3. Good! Another from 3.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful.
And a night that everyone will remember the rest of their lives.
He takes a breather from his ongoing three-point barrage. What a game.
Doing damage on the road. You talk about a big-time performance.
His accuracy from behind the arc tonight has been tremendous. And he's
I got you,
like
man. How much money you got?
The Jazz making a switch here. Oh,
1,000.
with a steal. Pass to
I
Iverson.
got you.
The baseline J. And yes, another basket.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Outside Butler. 6 to shoot. Here's Horton Tucker. And he jams it home with authority.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
That one's good for 2.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
For Utah, they've gotten off to a perfect 5 for 5 so far in the fourth. Pass to Johnson. Well, your 7 seconds or less Suns really paved the way for the pace and space style that we see throughout the league today, Greg.
You know, BA, it really did. But, you know, it's interesting. I think there were those back then that thought it was kind of gimmicky. But, boy, has it changed. And I feel like we could have had more success if we had just gone all in on that approach.
Here's Butler. And, yep, it's good.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Miami has gone 1 for 2 from deep in this fourth quarter. And here's Curry for 3. Utah with the rebound.
Damn,
well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
Brown. That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for the Jazz, number 15.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Iverson. Pass to Kispert. Here's Dedmon. Here's Iverson. Butler covering. Shot's good by Iverson.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And it's blocked by Dedmon.
We've got to respect the wingspan that time of Dwayne on that end. Look, you go up like that and you're a dead man.
Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful. This whole second half, he's been unbelievable scoring the basketball. The defense has had literally no effect.
For Utah, they've gotten 7 of 9 from the floor in this fourth. Pass to Johnson. 1:44 left to play in the fourth. Now here's Butler. He's guarded closely. Just 3 to shoot. And it's Butler with the jam.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Iverson can't hit. The Jazz have gotten 8 of 10 attempts in. Very productive here in the fourth.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Heat.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they earned win number 9. Each win so important in this league.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
And here's Butler outside. Oh, he can't miss. 8 for 8 after that shot.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Vincent's checked in for Miami.
Heat substitution.
Pass to Johnson. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Butler with the bucket.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Can't hit that one. Now the Jazz take it the other way. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. Guys, your thoughts?
Unique timeout here with the game pretty much settled.
Sometimes you want to have these teachable moments on the floor and not in the next day's film session, so coach electing to do that here.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive.
What was that?
The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
Well, they were coming off 2 straight losses, and he put his foot down. He stepped up his game, had a big night, and got them moving in the right direction again.
All right.
Two-second difference between shot and game clock. Outside Butler. Pass to ABC. It's wide right, hits off the rim. George finds Curry. Here's Iverson. Missed it. So no problem for Miami as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
The game wore on. What was the key there?
Well, we stayed patient. We contested the shots. They hit some tough ones early on. And I think in a pick and roll, we made a solid adjustment.
How you know I'm done?
We turned that around. Coach made a great adjustment, and we was able to get rebounds together.
No, yeah, but how you know I'm done though?
Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Yeah, I feel like cappuccino, look, 2020, I'm really taking over. I need a NBA in the stepping. Oh, that's a